take for granted. When you turn that faucet on, though, and nothing comes out, most of us would likely have no idea where to start. Thankfully, there's help for that and any other plumbing problems you might have, from toilets to water heaters. These guys certainly know what to do for any of those issues. They are both plumbers with Vredevoogd. Welcome to Zach Shane and Joe Brown. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
All right, so let's talk about what you do. I mean, you guys run the gamut from like emergency problems to helping people kind of revamp their whole house. So let's talk about that.
Well, we're service members for plumbing in Vredevoogd. So most of the stuff we do is typically repairs, fixing problems. A lot of people have a lot of plumbing issues, and we're pretty much there to solve them, give them options to solve them.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And so we talk a little bit about what are some of the common things you see, particularly this time of year.
This time of year, you know, with the cold weather, a lot of the time we're seeing frozen pipes, especially if those pipes aren't insulated. You know, things like that can turn into emergency situations very quickly. So.
Yep, and there's shutoffs to shut off certain lines that do have the capability of freezing, so you can keep those open and air through instead of water building up and freezing and expanding. So a lot of that stuff does stress the need for proper shutoffs and proper items to shut off that water supply so it doesn't freeze and cause issues, and knowing what you got to shut off. So
okay.
I think.
So there are things that we can do as we empower ourselves to solve problems. So let's talk about that. That obviously knowing what to shut off is one of them. What other things can we as homeowners do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously knowing where those main shutoffs is very important. When it comes to, you know, maintaining the plumbing in your house, you know, exercising those faucets, especially ones that you don't use all the time, going to those are going to be very important. So.
Who knew our faucets needed exercise?
That's right.
I didn't know that.
Yep,
I just let them be lazy all the time, right?
Yeah.
And so talk about too, you know, besides the problem solving, the actual, you know, you guys do water heaters, you do all different other kinds of things to make people's houses probably more efficient, make them work better. Let's delve into that a little.
Absolutely. I think Vredevoogd is really good about giving people options. Like if we go into someone's home, they have specific wants and needs. A lot of people's desires are very different, so it's pretty broad to whether you want to wait for hot water, do you want it right now, do you have enough hot water, do you want it to never stop, or you know, when you adjust your shower, are you constantly turning it up to heat it more? Do you want options to stop that? We do give a lot of options to get people exactly what they want.
I love that. I love that.
Absolutely.
And so what are some of the things that people should be aware of to be on the lookout for, to get a hold of you before a big problem develops? Are there kind of warning signs that you should be like, and things you should be checking up on regularly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, just, you know, having a good idea of the plumbing in your home, you know, constantly checking under those cabinets, doing visual inspections, that type of thing before, you know, you really need to call Vredevoogd out and take a look at it.
Yep, there's a lot of items in your house that, like shutoffs and stuff, that homeowners should be aware of, and I think that's why you would call a professional out to come out and check out to see exactly what you need to be aware of. So at least having some sort of visit and somebody who is going to be giving you a very descriptive understanding of your plumbing system is going to help you a lot, because there's a lot of specific situations for homeowners.
Yeah, and right, I don't know, but you guys are willing to come over and teach me.
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. I mean, I know to look under that, make sure it's not wet and things like that, but yeah, I don't know where my shutoff is, so it's probably something I definitely need to know.
Yeah, there's a lot of signs under certain areas that you never look at, like under your sinks. There's a lot of signs like calcium buildup around the valves. Mm-hmm. Those are signs of some sort of leakage or some sort of water. It could be humidity, but likely if it's right on the stop, it's a leak. So, you know, you would want to either take care of that, fix it, and that's when you would call a professional, kind of get your better understanding of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how big of a deal does it make to get a problem before it becomes an emergency, as far as, you know, the service and the time and kind of being displaced even sometimes? Mm-hmm. How big of a difference does it make to get it early?
It is definitely a huge difference. Like you have, I would say probably 40% of the homes we go to, there's signs of water damage under their sinks.
Wow.
And a lot of that can go downstairs and affect stuff under that. Same with toilets and stuff like that, where you're getting that basically mold buildup in areas that you have no idea is actually there till it becomes a noticeable problem from the other side. So there's a lot of damage that can happen.
Yeah, getting to those problems early is super important. You know, it's going to help prevent that big disaster in your home rather than, you know, fixing the problem early and getting that taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely. Before you have to pull out all the drywall and redo everything, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
New cupboards, new cupboards.
Oh gosh, yeah, don't even go there.
No, shoot.
You guys, thank you so much for being here. Anything else you think people need to know to make themselves a better homeowner, more responsible in their plumbing?
Yeah, I think one of the most common issues we run to is slow draining sinks, or the drains for them. A lot of problems could be prevented through certain drain maintenance. You know, it's specific because you have different types of material that you're going to be draining. So you would want to call someone like Vredevoogd to be able to get better steps to help prevent issues in the future. But a lot of it's very specific because there's a lot of different type of material. So you don't want to use certain things or certain treatments on specific drains. So you want to call a professional for stuff like that.
I need you guys at my house. I'm making all the mistakes. All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, both so much for enlightening us. You want to learn more about Vredevoogd and what they do? There is their website right there. They do heating, cooling, plumbing, all the things. You can follow them on Instagram as well, or pick up the phone, give them a call, 616-626-1261, and there's that QR code there right on your screen. We'll be right back.